Hi guys, today's video is all about water fasting symptoms and what to expect while you're on your water fast. So I get so many questions at the moment about people that are doing a water fast and they want to know that if what they're going through is exactly right and if it's normal. So the chances are, yeah, it probably is. It probably is normal. So let's just get straight into it now and let's start going off of some of those symptoms or what you can expect to be feeling during your water fast. So first off, I'm going to start off by covering off roughly how much water should you be drinking throughout your fast. So I've done two prolonged water fasts. One was for 25 days and the second was for 31 days. Each time I fasted, I noticed that throughout my first week, 4 litres of water was a perfect amount of water to consume. That's per day. I would usually have 2 of these. So this is a 2.2 litre bottle. So at least I knew that if I could just do 2 of these, I would do one by the afternoon and one from the afternoon to evening. I would know that I'm consuming the right amount of water for me. However, after that week, water just became monotonous. I just didn't want to drink it anymore. I didn't want to taste it. It just got on my nerves. So after week 1, it's probably more likely that you're going to go down to between 2 to 3 litres of water. Now, there's definitely a few different reasons for that. Within your first week, one of the key reasons or one of the key strategies that I use for water fasting is to make sure I'm drinking every hour, on the hour, and throughout the day. Because when you're fasting, your body does trick you into believing you're hungry when you're actually not at all. So if you're just going to continue to drink water throughout your fast, you're going to tell your body or you're going to tell your stomach that it's full. Therefore, you're not going to want food. Well, there you go. That's number one in terms of a little type of hint or tip. But one of the main things is also you're flushing out your body, you're flushing out your colon, you're flushing out your kidneys, you're flushing throughout your body. So the more water you can get on board, the better. Now, what you want to make sure you're doing, though, is make sure that you're doing this throughout the day consistently. Don't just put on 2 litres in 2 litres. Make sure you're just drinking through that consistently and you're not just taking on lots of water at once, because that can be bad for your kidneys at this early stage. So while we're covering off the first week of the fast, you want to understand that you're literally just flushing out your body, you're flushing out all your bowels. So in terms of your bowel movements, expect that for the first 1 to 3, sometimes 4 days, that's when you're going to have all your bowel movements. But after, I'd say about the first day and a half, expect it to be quite liquidy, expect it to be quite runny, expect it to be diarrhea. That is just your body just flushing through everything that is in your stomach, everything that's already in your colon, and just getting those bowels clear. So diarrhea is exactly a normal thing for you to be experiencing, so do not worry about that at all. So now I'm going to cover off some of the main questions I'm asked, or some of the things that always crop up throughout a fast. So number one question is people are asking, can you work out? Yes, absolutely, you can work out, and I highly recommend it. Even if that just means you're doing a nice long walk outside, or if it means you can get in the gym and you can do like an incline walk, is what I like to do. Sweat it out. Make sure you're stimulating your muscle fibers, because that's quite key to the ketosis process, and it's going to help you burn more calories throughout your fast, which means you're going to obviously lose weight quicker. And of course, you want to make sure you're stimulating those fibers so that you're not losing any muscle mass, which, beyond contrary belief, if you looked at all of the trash that people talk in my comments, you do not lose only your muscle and keep your fat. I don't know where people are getting that from. That is the furthest thing from the truth ever. But if you're stimulating your muscle, then obviously you're telling your body, hey, this is muscle, leave it alone. The fat's over here, make sure you're burning this, and this is the resource it will go through. But to be honest, your body's clever enough to be doing that anyway. So yes, work out, it'd be good for your mind, it's good for your body, and it's great to just speed up the process for whatever you're trying to achieve. And don't forget, part of the fasting process is just to detox. So you're going to get all sweat out of your body in different types of ways, which is going to help you speed up that process, and all your toxins obviously going to be flying around your body. Working out is a great way to do that for you. So the next thing is, are you going to die? No, you're not. I've covered this off before. That's a stupid question. You've got loads of water in you. You continue to drink water. You're not going to die. Next. Another question I get asked a lot is, can you drink coffee? What do you think? It's a water fast. You probably want to stick to just drinking water. Now, I know that there's a lot of people doing videos at the moment around intermittent fasting. And in a lot of intermittent fasting, people still believe that you can just drink coffee throughout an intermittent fast and that's fine. There's no calories in it, so it doesn't count. I've researched a lot in terms of any fast that I've done. And actually, one of the best places I saw was on the Joe Rogan podcast when there was a doctor on there and she stated that anything that is going through your body that your kidneys or your liver needs to break down and digest is not part of a fast. So whether you're intermittent fasting or you're water fasting, your coffee was going to need to be broken down, and obviously it contained things like caffeine, and caffeine is what leads to people getting headaches. So a lot of people go on a water fast and then they drink coffee throughout the day to give them energy, and then they complain that they're getting headaches, and the chances are it's because of all the caffeine that's in your coffee. So though you might believe that there's no calories in there, you're not actually detoxing or utilizing the water fasting process. Which leads on to my next question I get asked a lot statement that is out there is around the headaches. So personally, I have never had a headache on a water fast. I think there's probably a couple of times I felt a bit lightheaded, but I've never had a headache. So understand a couple of things. One of the main reasons you're going to be having headaches is that your body's just detoxing and you've got all these bad toxins or fats in your body that just going to be passing through your bloodstream and look for ways to get out. Have I ever had a headache? No, I've absolutely never had one. Is it part of the process? I don't know. People do seem to be getting headaches throughout it, and sometimes people are stopping their water fasts because of it. Now, I want to just address something real quick here, and that's to do with your day-to-day life versus your water fasting life and what's the difference. So I know so many people that get headaches in their day-to-day life, whether they're eating 10 meals a day, 2 meals a day, however many meals a day. That's just part of life. That is going to be something that may or may not happen. So headaches can be day-to-day normal in life. So do not let that put you off of your water fast. In fact, what you need to do is understand that this day-to-day life, the fact that I'm getting headaches now just means that my body's probably doing something and is getting rid of toxins. I believe a huge part of a water fast and a huge part of the water fasting process is mind over matter, and also the placebo effect. I think so many people completely forget the placebo effect is something that you need to deal with. If you do not know what a placebo effect is, a prime example is if a doctor would give a patient a sugar cube and say, this will cure what's going on. And a patient would take it on board and all of a sudden go, oh wow, I feel great. There's nothing in the sugar cube to make you feel better. In fact, it's the same thing if you play sports. We used to have a thing in football called the magic sponge, where you get a wet sponge, put it on wherever you're injured, and all of a sudden you're just recovered straight away. Now, no, there's no magic sponge that actually works. It's all part of the placebo effect, which means that if you think that you can get better or you can push through it, then you will. And that's what you've got to do with the water fast. Push yourself through whatever pain you're going through, whatever aches or anything that you've got. So start to understand the reason why you started your water fast and don't look for a way out. One of the main things that people do is they see these symptoms and think, boom, I've tried my hardest, I've got a symptom, and therefore it's okay for me to stop because I tried. No, because all that means is you'll just start to continue to do little 1s and 2s or 3-4 day fasts and never do something significant, and water fasting just won't work for you. So push through any of these symptoms that you think you're having and look at why you started and what you're trying to achieve at the end of it. I see a lot of people trying to do a water fast and they're trying to cheat the system, or they're trying to cheat themselves. Did I have days where I felt really bad? Yeah, I absolutely did. I had a couple of days throughout the fast where I just felt sorry for myself. I just wanted to stay in my bedroom. I didn't want to leave. I just wanted to watch Netflix and just everyone leave me alone. but that's life, right? That happens in day-to-day life. There's not gonna, so I fasted for 31 days. Are you telling me that in the space of a month, there's not gonna be a couple of days where I just want to have some me time and just not leave my bed? So again, like, stop blaming things on being on the water fast or trying to use them as ways to get out of your fast, because it's not gonna give you anything long term that's going to help you in terms of what you're trying to achieve. So I also get a lot of questions or a lot of statements in my comments around snake fuse, Himalayan salt, can you drink coffee, or, you know, putting certain things in to dilute the fast or break things up. And I think my answer to that is, why are you water fasting and what are you trying to achieve? If you just want to lose weight, then why not? Like, if you want to add some salt or whatever in your fast, then go ahead and do that. That's not for me. That's not what I'm trying to achieve. I just want to always have a clean fast. I believe that if you add salts or anything into your fast, then it's going to slow down the process, and I don't want that. Plus, I also just want to detox in my fast. So part of that detox process means I don't really want anything going through my bowels. I don't want anything that my kidneys or liver are going to have to deal with. I just want to have a clean water fast, and that's what I'm mainly doing throughout the process. In terms of you, only you know why you're fasting and what you're trying to achieve. If what you're trying to achieve is a detox, then think about that. Do I want to have certain things in my body? If what you're trying to achieve is weight loss for a prolonged period of time, then think about that and think about what you're trying to get out of your fast. I think we're all trying to fast for a different reason, and our bodies always will react in different ways. So if I fast versus my partner or versus some friends, we're always going to have different symptoms, or we're going to react in different ways. So you really got to take that on board. So the next thing we're going to look at is body odors, and one of the things that people talk about the most is, are they going to smell on a water fast? And, you know, bad breath's a thing. So number one, in terms of body odors, I don't believe that you will just naturally stink of BO. I found that when I used to go to the gym on my water fast, though I sweat more, I felt like I was just sweating out spring water. I didn't smell a BO smell. There wasn't that kind of aspect to it. However, your breath will be an issue. It will stink. It will smell bad. If you brush your teeth twice a day, start to brush your teeth 3 times a day, and carry around some mouthwash and just rinse your mouth out, because you're gonna get like a furry tongue. Some people get tongue scrapers. I've never used those, but I'll probably get those for my next fast. But yeah, just be able to scrape off the fur on your tongue. And not only that, you want to be able to make sure that you're always got some, what I do, or a trick I use, is just to always have that mouthwash, so that if I'm mouthwashing throughout the day, that next bit of water I have, it just feels a bit minty. And it makes it, just kind of breaks up the water a little bit. Do you smell of odor? No, not BO. Are you going to have bad breath? Yes, absolutely, because your toxins will leave your body through all different methods, including your tongue. So some more common symptoms that I see quite a lot, but people haven't really jumped on the comments around. So I found that when I do a water fast, I feel quite cold. So if I'm in bed late at night and I'm under the duvet, I still feel cold. I've got like cold feet. I feel generally colder than what I should be feeling. That's definitely part of the water fasting process. That's definitely a symptom, whether you felt it and realised you felt it or not. However, both times I fasted in the winter. But no, definitely I have felt colder than what I usually do. And the next one is lack of sleep. So if you're water fasting, expect that you will not be getting to sleep anytime before 3 AM. Sorry. Does that mean that next morning you'll feel really tired? Absolutely not, because I think your mind is just massively active or overactive, and you definitely, or I haven't ever had that where I feel tired because of a lack of sleep the next day. I definitely feel that I can be up till 3, 4, 5 in the morning often when I'm fasting, and then I can be up relatively early, 8, 9, 10 the next day, or I can just sleep, whatever. If I've got somewhere to be, I can be up early. But you have a very overactive mind while you're fasting. I think that's why I've said in other videos, if you want to sit down and learn something or do a bit of work, then that's a great way or a great time to do it. So yeah, expect a lack of sleep during your water fast. And talking of sleep and lack of sleep, I think another thing that I'll bring up Yeah, how do I say it? So let's talk about sex drive while on a water fast. So imagine I'm doing a water fast for 31 days. Um, let's talk about the stuff that you probably should be talking about. I find that when I'm doing a water fast, the first week, it's like down there just doesn't work. It doesn't, no, it's not that it doesn't work. It just doesn't care about anything like that, because I think it's got other things on its mind, like, dude, where's the water at? However, I always find that when I get past the week stage, I can be doing absolutely nothing, and all of a sudden this thing down here has a mind of its own, and it just wants to do whatever it wants to do. And yeah, you kind of get a bit horny when you're on a water fast. After, up to week 1, you're that's the furthest thing on your mind. But past that stage, and it's not even something like you can control it or you can plan, oh, like later on did it. No, like literally it just comes and you just, no pun intended. Yeah, like it just has a mind of its own. So bear that in mind, that if you're like feeling quite horny during your fast, it is quite natural. I'm assuming it's because you're like, your testosterone goes all over the place. I know that a lot of the studies that I researched and all the research I did, it talked about there was an increase in growth hormone. So I'm assuming it's that. But yeah, expect to be quite horny during a water fast. That's something that no one really tells you about. So also, let's talk about your urine. So over the first few days, I'd say maybe the first day, up to like day 4 or 5, your urine's gonna be pretty clear. Yeah, it'll go yellow, you'll be in and out, but don't forget, like the first few days, you've just got urine, you're just going to the toilet more than you're used to, because you're taking on that much water and you're flushing through your system. Once you start to hit ketosis, so probably days 3, 4, 5, once you start hitting ketosis, your urine's gonna start going like either a really weird yellow, an orange, or a brown color. So throughout your fast, depending on how long you're going on the fast, you're gonna feel dark yellow, then like a really weird orange color, and then it's gonna get to like brown, and then it's gonna get like dark brown. Like you're gonna feel like, how's that coming out of my body? That's completely normal. That is exactly what you think it is. It's all your toxins leaving your body, it's fat leaving your body. You've got all these different things leaving your bodies in different ways. Mainly like fat cells and all these bad toxins that are inside you. They just need to find a way to come out. And obviously, as you're flushing through your system, this is going to be the main way it comes out. So expect lots of brown toilet. It's quite embarrassing. So like if you don't flush the chain, and someone goes in there after you, they're going to think, what the hell is going on? Because it is like I felt like at one point it was staining my toilet, but it clearly wasn't. But it just felt that way. It was just like a really horrible brown color. But that is completely normal. Expect that during your water fast. And also expect, like, I noticed in my fast, like I was getting like, my eyes were yellow. It was like I was jaundiced. I felt like if I looked in the mirror, I felt like I was half dead. But again, that's just because your toxins are, they're going through your bloodstream in different ways and just trying to circulate around your body and get out. So I had like yellow eyes for a while, and I also had like a lot of flu-like symptoms. If you're getting flu-like symptoms on your fast, that is completely normal, because I think the best way to see is anything that isn't normal during your fast is probably normal, because your body's going through ups and downs, and it's trying to find a way to level itself out. So you'll get like flu-like symptoms during your fast. That is completely normal, because again, it's all those toxins are trying to come out your body in different ways. So yes, remember, fast is a great way to lose weight, 100%, but it's also a great way to detox itself. But in terms of detoxing yourself, your body is filtering stuff through its system. Stuff that might have been there for years, it's just getting filtered through your system and finding a way out. And also remember, like, you've got so many like parasites in your body and toxins. Once they're dying, they need to find a way out. So the chances are that that's how they're getting out, and that's why you're having these symptoms, because you've got like dead antibodies inside you, and you need to get rid of, and they're passing through your system in any type of way. So just bear that in mind when you're feeling down, when you're feeling low. it's a positive. It is a really, really positive thing. And I really want you all to see that. I really want you to all to see that any negative that you're going through is actually a positive. So turn that frown upside down and see that it's good. Because honestly, guys, understand why you're getting into the fast. I think that's one of the key things I just say to people. So for me, I find that one of the best cures for all of these symptoms is just to drink more water. If I'm having a bad day, drink more water. If I'm having a bad day, it's clearly because something's happening in my body and I'm having changes and stuff's filtering through my body. So I want to help it pass through and get out. So make sure you're drinking more water whenever you're feeling bad, and that's just going to help you in the journey. It's going to help you in the process. So make sure you're doing that, and I'm sure that's going to help you. You're also going to feel like they're going to be laying there like watching TV, and your stomach is going to be like making, you know, like you get stomach grumbles. These are next level. It's going to be like there's a Drake concert in your stomach 9 times out of 10. And that is because your body is just breaking. Think about all that fat in your stomach. Your body is just breaking down. So it's not like hunger, like, you know when you usually get a hunger pain, you're like, oh, I'm hungry, I need to go and eat. I actually think like, oh, the body's breaking down. Actually, I don't need to eat because I know that my body is doing exactly what it should be doing, and that's making me happy. So it's making me want to actually fast for longer. So you're going to get really like grumbling, loud stomach pain. Not pain, you're going to get loud stomach like, stomach noises, and they're going to be like really loud grumbles, but they're actually a really good thing for you. So just make sure that you don't worry about that too much. It's actually just pretty normal. So another thing that I found during the water fast is I found that I had a crazy addiction to food programs. So I watched loads of mukbangs on YouTube. I'd literally watch YouTube for hours, back-to-back mukbangs, back-to-back food traveling shows, back-to-back just every type of food YouTuber I could watch. Just food. Like, I was learning to cook. Like, I watched so many Gordon Ramsay shows on YouTube, and I think that the reason behind that is that was my way of eating. There were times where, like, if I was like my partner was eating, I would always like, come here with that, and I would like smell the food, like literally, and that was like, I felt like I when I did that, I felt like my stomach felt complete. So I was having like really, I wasn't craving food, but when I was around food, if I could smell it, it was like I was eating, and that made me feel much better about myself. So I think that's something that you've really got to look at. And yeah, I just had this crazy addiction to just watching food shows. If you've got that during your fast, please leave a like or leave a comment and tell me that, yeah, you're not going insane. That is completely normal, Shane. But guys, I'm going to close this off now. And I really want to just cover off that if you've started a water fast, you've already done the hard part. So well done. But stop whining. If you feel that like you're going through a pain and it's making you want to stop, look, don't kill yourself. And I'm not a doctor, and I'm pretty sure you're not going to die. But you need to just toughen up, like toughen up through the process. Like, don't buckle, don't quit. And remember why you started the journey. Your body is going to be going through changes, obviously, but these changes are all going to be positives. They're all going to be for the better. So if it means that you're feeling weak because your body is draining all the rubbish out of it. If you're feeling energetic and lively, great, embrace it. Go work out, go do some more. If you're feeling that you're just tired, you know what, there's nothing wrong to just have a day and just chill out. But if you're feeling tired, try and flip that switch in your mind that says, no, I want to go and do something. I want to go for a walk. I want to be active. Like, there were times where I felt tired during my fast, and I just went for like a 2-mile walk around the forest. I come out, I feel great. I get home, shower, I feel good. I'm good to go again. So understand that these things are just normal and part and parcel of the fast. So while you're on that journey, experience it, embrace it. Hopefully you only have to do it once, or you only have to do it once a year, or you only have to do it as and when you want to do it. But don't make it hard for yourself. It's a challenge, but it's a positive challenge. challenge yourself in the best way possible and make the most of this fast. That's all I ask from you. Make the most of your fast and take away the best takeaways of your life and enjoy every single part of this fast, guys. Enjoy every single part of the journey. If you want to join us on the Facebook group, then it's Water Fasting Motivation within groups. Answer the questions in there and come and join us to motivate one another and inspire one another across their fasting. Thanks to everyone that's in the group already. They are the day ones. But until then, I'm just going to leave this video here and I'm going to see you in the next ones. Guys, peace as always and enjoy and good luck with your fasting.